Hectic.
Welcome back to it, you guys. You are still tuned in to Hectic 99, you guys. Hashtag Hectic Fresh is what it is all about on today's show, you guys. And right about now, we're about to speak to an environmentalist. Her name is Riatlhegile Kala, and she's going to be breaking down some of the ways in which we can help out our environment, you guys. We live in such a beautiful country, but instead of us, always just using it, it's time for us to figure out ways in which we can help, maintain our environment and also just, secure it for future purposes. So welcome to the show, Ria.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. So can you talk to us about, some of the biggest environmental issues that we face in South Africa and, the different ways that we can help out as the youth especially?
Okay, so one of the very biggest environmental issues that we're facing in South Africa at the moment is we're seeing a lot of water shortages, we're seeing a lot of overfishing, we're seeing a lot of effects caused by climate change.
Yeah.
And there's quite a lot of ways that young people especially can get involved in helping in dealing with these issues. And one of them is making sure that the simplest things ever, making sure that you close your tap when you brush when you brush your teeth, making sure that you switch off the lights when you're not using them, making sure that when you go to the shops, if you don't need to take a car, don't take a car, just walk there. So it's the simplest things that if we all come together and we start doing, they create a very significant impact in trying to deal with the environmental issues that we have at the moment.
Okay, so now you mentioned the droughts, and I read that, this is the biggest drought that we've experienced in like over 23 years in South Africa. What do you think caused this after all of this time?
Okay, so currently the drought that we have in South Africa is caused by an effect called the El Nino.
Okay.
However, the impacts of climate change will lead to such events becoming more frequent and more intense in the future. And this is of particular relevance to South Africa because we're seeing climate change impacts threaten on our already constrained water system. So El Nino is the main cause of our
drought
problem at the moment, but climate change is significantly adding to that problem already.
Okay, cool. So let's actually talk about, some of the provinces that are mostly impacted by this so that our viewers can actually be aware and more conscious of their water usage.
Okay, so we have, specifically for South Africa, we have 5 provinces that have been picked that are now in severe droughts, and that is the Northwest.
Okay.
That is KwaZulu-Natal, that is Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and the Free State.
Oh, okay then. So then, what are the ways in which that we can save water on a day-to-day? I know you explained, that we can close our taps, but what more can be done?
So what else can be done is that because now we're at such a critical stage, avoid watering your lawns at midday when the sun is blazing hot. Try and reuse your water as much as you can. If you're washing the dishes or if you're doing something, try use that water for something else, or do not wash your cars after every 2 days. So it's just the simplest little things that count the most. And also I think the most important thing is to try and educate people about the problems that we have with water at the moment. Because sometimes we say people are wasting water, but people do not know. So raising that awareness within your community, within your school, within your closest networks, so people know that this is what's going on and this is what they can do.
Oh man, there you have it, you guys. It's the little things that have the greater impact at large.
Hectic.